H. Thank you for tuning into this video from DKR United. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button to be notified of all our new video uploads and live streams. We have a lot of great content coming up and we don't want you to miss out.
Hello everyone, it's Rev Deanna Cox here, and for what will be DKR's first Sunday in person, last Sunday, September 1st, was the long weekend, and so this Sunday, September 8th, will be our first Sunday in person. And I wanted to start by sharing a conversation that I had with someone not that long ago about friendliness versus true welcome. And I was talking to them about, I grew up in a small town, yet I have moved to another small town. And although I know how small towns work, they're very generally, I shouldn't say every single one, they're very relational, and people like to know who you are and who you're related to and where you've come from. And a colleague had said they want to know all my business, and I assured them that they just want to love you and they need to know about you to how to love you the best. But I was talking with someone having moved to a different small town and being in the job that I am in. There is a difference between friendliness and welcome. And I think small towns in general are very friendly. They'll say hi to you. They'll, perhaps even, check and see if you need anything. But there's a difference. Welcoming someone means expanding your circle, whether that be your friends circle, your business circle, your church circle, expanding that and including them as one of you. And I don't necessarily think that small towns are the best at that. And because people have been incredibly friendly to me. And this isn't just me. I hear this about a lot of newcomers. They're incredibly friendly and want to get to know you. But when it comes to including you when they're planning their friend gatherings or, drawing you into involvement, deeper involvement in the community, if you start to do that and you bring with you your ideas, you may encounter resistance. We don't do it that way. You're young and you have these newfangled ideas, right? There's different ways that we can encounter that resistance. So, and I wanted to share that with you because I think that churches often function as small towns. They're small communities, and I think we like to think that we're very welcoming because we are friendly. Yet, I wonder what would happen if a modern Jesus walked into our churches today. What would they find? And you hear lots of I often wonder if they're true or if they're like urban myths now, but you hear stories about how there's a worship service and this either like houseless person or somebody who's not dressed appropriately walks in and goes up to the front and sits down either on the floor in some stories, or sometimes they sit in someone else's pew, and then the reaction of the people is, and then finally someone will come forward, like in the best versions of this story, someone comes forward and sits beside them and welcomes them. I hope we would be that. I hope we would be places of welcome. But I've heard stories from, very recently, comments about someone being disheveled in church and how they thought that was inappropriate. And, and so it brings me to think about, are we merely friendly, or are we courageous enough to follow the way of Jesus and offer welcome? True, honest to goodness welcome. I hear the readings for this week. One of them is from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 7, verses 24 to 37. And in it is the story of the Jesus was preaching and doing miracles or signs, and he was gathering a crowd everywhere he went. And this one time he was trying to fly under the radar. He just didn't want a crowd for whatever reason. And a woman found him, Syrophoenician woman. So that is a cue that she was a foreigner, someone outside the community, a stranger. And she found Jesus and wanted him to heal her daughter, who the scripture says has a demon. However you understand that. And Jesus is like, no, I need to feed my children first. Meaning, I need to feed my followers before I start feeding strangers. And she courageously challenged Jesus and said, even the dogs get the scraps from the table. And so he tells her her faith has made her daughter well, and she goes and finds that she has indeed been cured. And I think of that, like, when we encounter someone who is different, who is a stranger, who is outside our community, whether that be a newcomer to our church, or a newcomer to our town, or a newcomer to our country, when we encounter the foreigner, the stranger, the newcomer, are we apt to push away and say, no, we need to feed our own first? Or are we willing to be open to the changes that come when we truly offer welcome to another and allow their gifts to shape and change us? Because they will. I wonder if Jesus were to show up today, would he find that today's church is a place of welcome, or merely a place with friendly people? That's the start to my midweek reflection for this week. The other scriptures that we're going to focus, or that are part of the lectionary, will be listed in the comments below, so you're welcome to read those at your leisure and to continue to ponder and imagine what might happen if Jesus were to arrive in your life today, It's meant to help us kind of be an interpretive exercise to see if we are following the way of Jesus. And so I encourage you to read the other scriptures for this lectionary and to reflect on friendliness versus welcome and how you are living out the way of Jesus in your life. And take care and have a really blessed week. See you next week. Bye.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you'll be notified when new videos are posted or when we go live on YouTube. Rev Deanna goes live with a midweek reflection on our Facebook page every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Check out our Facebook page, DKR United, for events, worship services, information, inspiration, and so much more. If you find this video meaningful, please consider supporting our ministry. You can do this by sharing this video, volunteering with us, or making a financial donation. For more information, please see the video description below or go to our website at www.dkrunited.ca.